Hey.
They do like game reviews in there, they used to anyway, and it had James Bond, Everything or Nothing. I run to the nearest computer and I check, and I'm like, oh, I've got Everything or Nothing.com, I can sell it to EA Games, you know, for the you know, the James Bond game. At the time I was in uni, my head was kind of distracted, etc, etc. So I checked online, it had lapsed, and I was like, oh no, the names had lapsed. So I quickly go on to try to purchase it, and as I go on to purchase it, I type it in, and then a company pops up, and the company that pops up is Metro Goldwing Mayer, MGM. They purchased Everything or Nothing, and they licensed the kind of package for the games and everything for something like 4 or 5 million. Yeah, true stories. True stories, you know.
Don't worry.
And it was kind of like,
That's
you know, crushed me. Yeah, but that kind of showed me kind of a lot of lessons in business, that you win some, you lose some.
Yes.
And you just kind of really need to kind of take it on the chin and go forward and keep on going.
But you're the king of trainers now, so never mind.
Well, I wouldn't have minded part of that million
make you feel better.
It's okay.
It's alright. It's coming again.
It
We're in a Range Rover Sport on a 17 plate, and this is courtesy of our partners at Civilized Car Hire. So if I were to see you in a Range Rover or I would know that you've made it. What would that be? Okay, so do you know what? I don't want to say made it, because I don't think I'm ever going to make it. Okay. I think I'm always going to keep going. Okay. But being happy, like the car that I'm like, okay, I'm happy now. Yeah. Is a Range Vogue. Okay. Yeah, a Vogue. Yeah, 100%. Okay. I was one of the first people to test drive it in the UK as well. So I have to get one. You have to get it. Yeah. What spec would you have on the car? Oh, if I can afford it, I'll go all out. But what I really like about what you're doing is the fact that you don't try to keep your knowledge to yourself. No. You are kind of like a social media educator now, right? Yes. Running courses and that kind of stuff. What's your motive behind that? I've done so much in business, and that's just kind of trial and fail. You know, I've nearly been bankrupt. I've been through it all. I don't think there's any kind of, apart from different types of business, but there's anything I haven't really been through. And been blessed with a lot of knowledge, and especially in the social media world, I realized that social media is like, it's the biggest thing. Like, it's everything kind of happens on social. So my whole thing is, I know a lot, let me teach a lot. You know, so I've been teaching seminars for like about 10 years. I've done my own seminars. I started my seminars with Google at Google Campus in central London, and now I'm doing them in conjunction with my partners, Vivacity Events and Track Magazine. We're doing a WeWork, and my whole thing is to really kind of help people get to grips with social media. I mean, I done a TEDx talk a couple of years ago about the social media mind, and it was really kind of for children to understand that anything you say online can be used against you, business on hold. But now I'm kind of trying to work my way to lobby the government to put social media as part of the curriculum. Okay. You know, but you're one of those people who your mind seems to always be working. Yes. There's always a business idea that you're coming up with, or you've trialed and errored. Yeah. Like, so where do you feel like you get that from? Well, that side of me is probably from my mum, the hustler side. It's probably from her kind of entrepreneurial kind of spirit. Yeah. So what about your dad? What's he kind of? Yeah. Well, my dad, he's an old school African guy. You know, came here as an accountant, and you know, my dad's my dad. Okay. He's cool. No, but he's very cautious, and I think my mum is. My mum's the kind of one that kind of is always in a something. Okay. Like, if that's the best way for me to say it. She's always kind of doing something. You know, she's like a chair on like 3 different associations. She does a lot of bits and pieces. Yeah. So did you learn to drive with either one of them? No. That wasn't a possibility. Nah, my dad wasn't having it. He was like, no. For me, I'm like, it was just about driving. I pay for everything myself. Okay. Yeah. And did you pay for your first car yourself? Yeah. What did you have? Yeah, I had a green Corsa, the
Green Hornet. We used to call it the Green Hornet as a nickname. Yeah, it was a P-Reg green Corsa. Paid $5,000 for it. Yeah, and it was fairly new at the time as well.
Yeah. Good memories.
Amazing memories with that car. Yeah, amazing memories. Yeah, I love my Corsa. Yeah. I kind of regret, because I kind of regret selling it. You know when sometimes you think to yourself, now you think I didn't really have to sell it. Yeah. Just keep it. But no, it was getting old.
What did you sell it for?
No, I got a van because when I set my van company, I kind of part exchanged it for a van.
So you did it for business reason, right? Yeah. So how many times did it take for you to pass your test?
I think I passed on my either second or third time. I wasn't the first time. The problem is I was too confident with driving because I knew how to drive very young, or what I thought I did. Okay. So when it came to my test, I was like, sure, let me just, do styles. Nah, you can't do styles on your test.
Do you remember why you failed?
I was, you know what it is? I think my first time, I think someone bibbed me. The second time, I didn't see, I think I went round about two things. But my third time, at the time, I set the record for the test center with I think I got 2 minor faults now. I think I might still have the record. 2 minor faults.
Might have to check it.
Yeah, I might have to check it. But that's like many years ago. Many years ago.
How many cars have you had along the way so far?
I've had quite a few, but I've been blessed because I've also had the opportunity to drive my sister's cars.
Okay.
Yeah, which have been big cars. Okay. Put it this way, my sister, it was like convertibles after convertibles, and she has. When the Mercedes CLK came out, she had that one, then the next one, then the next one and stuff. So yeah, I didn't have.
But so you must know what really bugs you when you're on the road and other drivers are they do the naughtiest things. So yeah, what are the things that most bug you?
The things that most bug me. What people may not know is I used to be a white van man as well. So I hate cyclists. No, I'm joking. No, I shouldn't say that. All cyclists are good. Just don't get in my way, please. Cyclists, I would say number one. Only because, and you know what? I don't actually hate them because of the way they use up the road. I hate them because they don't stop, and they always expect you to stop for them, but they don't stop for you. And they just run through red lights. And unfortunately, being on the road as long as I have, those who have run through red lights, I have seen some horrific stuff. So, please cyclists, don't run through red lights, I beg you. Drivers who just are not quick to react. And sometimes I know I get big, you always do it yourself, but I'm very impatient, But I don't tailgate, I don't bib, I don't do all of that. Yeah.
So, when you're driving then, what do you like to listen to the radio, or you just plug in and listen to what's your station like? When
I was younger, so I used to listen to Choice when it was around.
Yeah.
Capital Extra, shout out Manny.
Formerly guest on My Life Stories.
Yes, that's my guy.
Yeah.
Now One Extra, between One Extra and Capital. But when I was younger, I used to have you have the system. I had a Pioneer. My system was £2,000. Wow. And it was probably more than my car at the time. But and I had the 12 disc changer. Oh wow. And all of that. And my system used to bang. So I used to just turn it up. I would just be listening to hip hop all day, gangster rap, and just turn it up.
What's your track?
Many Men.
Okay.
50 Cent.
Okay. What else would you listen to?
I don't know. I mean, I used to have Jay-Z. That's my, but you know what? I used to listen to jazz a lot.
Really?
I know it's really bad, isn't it? Don't go for long drives. And you know what I like doing? I like getting lost.
Okay.
I love getting lost when I'm driving. Love it. Yeah.
So I know you mentioned that your dad was not on teaching you to drive.
No.
Would you teach your son to drive?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But I think my dad wasn't on teaching me to drive. My dad used to import cars and stuff as well. So maybe it was the fact that he always used to have nice cars. My dad was one of the first people to have a Rolls Royce in Tottenham.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But it was an import. I don't want no one to start Oh my God, like, yeah. He used to have Mercedes Benzes and imports. And
so you just always been around cars?
Yeah, some nice cars. So I don't think him not wanting to teach me was the fact that he didn't want to. It's the fact that every time we have just a nice car.
So you could have been the king of cars?
Could have been, if my dad, you know what it is, if my dad continued that business,
The footwear jobs.
Yes.
That's a massive part of what you're doing right now, right?
Yeah. So being the king of trainers, I get asked for jobs every single week. Like all the time. I can't give everyone a job, so I basically set up a website called footwearjobs.co.uk, because the footwear industry, the way employment works is very kind of, I don't know if it's cliquey, I don't know if that's the right way for me to say it, but it's not transparent. So what I've done, I set up a website and I post all the jobs on that website, and it's kind of shifted the footwear industry. And if I shouldn't say it myself,
own it, man.
But people have told me, wow.
Yeah,
like literally, how did you even think of that? Because it hasn't been done. And you know, I've signed a contract with Foot Locker, and going to be working on a few other things, and hopefully we are going to have a footwear jobs fair soon.
Brilliant. So where can people check you out? Like who don't know about Franklin already, the King of Trainers?
Okay, so where you can check me out, you can follow me on at King of Trainers if you love sneakers and footwear. You can follow me at Fabs Network. That's kind of like my personal one, Fabs Network. But yeah, King of Trainers, or you can check out my website. Actually, Google.
Man. Thank you so much.
No, thank you so much.
Let's do this again, yeah?
Yes, yeah.
When I get my size.
When I get your size. I might even have your size, actually.
Listen, why not?